Hello, what's up, my fellow ketoers? Estrogen, progesterone. Men, do we want it? We don't want it. How do we block it? In the morning time, you don't really have to worry about it so much because you're in more of a fasted state. So what ends up happening is growth hormones at that point where it's at its highest. You're not going to really be producing estrogen too much in the morning. When you start getting more towards the evening time, estrogen is going to spike in the male body. How do we block that? Well, we can eat cruciferous vegetables. It's got a compound in it. It's called IC3. What IC3 does, it is a blocker. It's a natural blocker for estrogen. So if you can't get past like the Brussels sprouts, the cabbage, the asparagus, the broccoli, the cauliflower, you're going to have a problem. On a ketogenic diet, especially for women, estrogen is one of the things that are going to get dumped into your body before you become fat adapted or before you start regulating your weight loss properly. Men don't have to worry about it so much, it's women. And even men too, some estrogen can be stored in the fat. When you start losing fat, estrogen can get dumped into the system. Too much estrogen in the system can cause like tender breasts, they can cause cysts in the breast, you might have like a right lower back pain or a left lower back pain, your ovaries could be producing too much estrogen along with the fat dumping estrogen into your system as well, causing really irregular periods. And in the beginning you have to be ready for that. You have to be ready for more spotting, you have to be ready for more cramping, you have to be ready for more bloated feeling in your belly and stuff like that, like you're just retaining water, you just have fatigue. And a lot of people will say, hey, that's just the keto flu. No, it's not. A lot of the time it is. In the beginning, if you're a woman that hits it running and you start losing weight like crazy, which that's what you want because you're going to regulate. But if you start losing like crazy, your hormones are going to be all out of whack. You're going to have to fight through it, do the best that you can. Just remember, as you're losing fat, as you're eating cleaner and stuff like that, things are going to change inside your body. It will regulate. There is peace at the end. If you can get cruciferous vegetables in, if you can get leafy greens and stuff in, you're going to keep that liver healthy. You're going to keep yourself detoxed in that nature. Your liver is going to help get rid of that estrogen. Your gallbladder is going to help get rid of that estrogen, that excessive amount. Just remember that bloated feeling and stuff in your belly, the tender breasts are going to be before you actually start to have your period. And if it lasts a really long time, then you know you're probably got a hormone imbalance. It's just out of whack. It's because you're losing weight like crazy, or either you're not doing what you're supposed to do. There's for the 28-day cycle. Estrogen spikes at day 14. It drops, and then progesterone kind of picks up just a little bit, and it kind of rides it out. And at that point, that's when you are going to be like your most bloating and stuff like that. You're going to be getting a little bit more cramps and stuff. And you're going to get close to that point where you know you're ready to have your period. Now, that's normal. But it could be different though. At day 8 or day 10, estrogen can spike and come back down because you're losing so much fat. Estrogen is also getting dumped into your system because you're losing the fat as well. It's got to go somewhere. Then progesterone could pick up early and you could have this elongated, really bloated, really fatigued, really crazy feeling in your belly for a longer period of time. It just all depends on what kind of fat loss period you're in and what kind of hormone imbalance you're in at that specific time. The key is get your cruciferous vegetables in. Do not skip them. Keep that liver detox by getting those greens and stuff in your body. Track. Don't just be a lazy keto person, because you could be putting food in your body and not realizing it, causing your hormones to be all out of whack, even worse, because you just think that you're going to reinvent the wheel and that's going to work for you. No, most of the time it does not work. Do not do that. Most women say the only thing that they can honestly do when they get to that point, that really awful, cramping, bloaty feeling, is Midol. It sucks, but there's not much out there you can do. It sucks for women. The keto diet really sucks for women sometimes because you guys have to go through some stuff we don't have to go through. Remember, cruciferous vegetables, keep the liver detox with, get those greens in your system. Get on a plan, stay steady with it, and know what's going in your mouth. Because the tighter you get on your ketogenic diet, the tighter you run your game, your program and stuff like that, the more you're going to be in control of what goes on. Just remember, it's going to take a few months. It's going to regulate. Everything's going to be fine. You just got to fight through it. All right, guys, that's my tip to you. That's my talk on estrogen. Don't take my word for it. This is just years of me listening to doctors, dealing with women, asking questions and stuff like that, and helping them through their things. I always challenge you to look at what I say. Try to seek out a better, more scientific explanation. If you resonate with that, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, hit the little bell so you get notifications. I'm not scared to talk about these problems with women and stuff like that. It's just something that has to be talked about, and it doesn't get talked about enough. Alright guys, take care and keto on.